Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Triumphant Tuesday, everybody. Triumphant Tuesday. Just writing some notes, getting myself ready for my day as we prepare for our work Tuesday. We're just here motivating each other. Awesome. Triumphant Tuesday, everybody. Triumphant Tuesday. As the word is getting spread out that we're here, just giving some facts about TikTok Live. And most importantly, just here to be a village. Here to be a village for those who want to be encouraged in their marriage or encouraged in TikTok Live. Triumphant Tuesday, you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Just here giving some information about TikTok Live and how to do it if that's what you're interested in. Relationship chat if you just need a village, you just want to vent. Been married 21 years, just here to talk, here to chat with you. Sometimes we know a lot of people, but we can't trust a lot of people, right? So sometimes you just want to bounce your ideas. You just want to hear your feelings, out loud. See if somebody else agrees. Maybe you're interested in TikTok Live. Triumphant Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Have a blessed day. Show some love as you pass through. Just here giving some TikTok facts and advice. Are you on TikTok for business or for entertainment? Do you want to chat about your relationship? Been married 21 years. Feel like I've learned a little bit in that time. So we're just here chatting. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday, Taya. Secrets Gardens. Triumphant Tuesday. Good to have you guys. Headed off for your work day. Blessings, peace, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for the likes, Taya. Thank you so much. Triumphant Tuesday, guys. So anybody who's just looking to go TikTok Live, maybe you're nervous. Good morning, Taya. Good to have you. Are you on TikTok for business or for entertainment? How long have you been in your relationship? I'm just here to chat for those who need a village. Sometimes we have friends, but we don't have, that bestie that you can just chat with when you want to say something about your feelings or your relationship. You need somewhere to vent, sometimes entertainment. Awesome. Somewhere to clear your mind. Just get away, right? I love it. Love it. Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Taya. Triumphant Tuesday. Kieran, nice to have you. Just swinging through, giving some facts about going TikTok Live if you're interested. Doing some relationship chat if you just want to talk this morning. Good morning, Lee. Good to see you again. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. You as well. Awesome. Single. Okay. Are we looking to mingle? We have friends. What's going on? Unique you bundles. Single. Nice to have you. I'm just here to chat. Sometimes we need a village and we just want somebody to talk to, right? Jen, after dark. Triumphant Tuesday to you. Good morning. Good to have you. Lee is back with us. She was here yesterday with us. We had some good conversation yesterday. I hated to even turn it off because the conversation got so good. Talking about relationships and just people's character and relationship, right? Yeah, and whether you're willing to adjust yourself a little bit in the relationships, right? Because I really don't like when people say, oh, you can't change a man. Sometimes a man is willing to change if you're the right one, right? So I'm about myself right now. Okay, awesome. And we got to know who we are before we go out there and present ourselves to other people, right? I love it. Kilomili, Triumphant Tuesday to you guys. Good morning. Show some love as you're passing through. We're just having some conversation about relationships and maybe TikTok Live if you're interested in business here on TikTok. Good morning, Demetrius. Nice to have you. Show some love as you guys are passing through. We got to take that time to get to know ourselves sometimes too, because people jump from one relationship to the next relationship. And sometimes it's not that good for us because we don't have time to really think about what we want. Thank you, Unique you bundles. Thank you so much. Taya says, no, I've been through hell and back. Demetrius, I love talking about relationships. I'm sorry, Taya. It be like that sometimes, right? But in every loss, there's a lesson, right? So the next relationship, you're going to go in a little wiser, right? Because you learned from that stuff, right? And we keep encouraging ourselves every day to not fall for the same tricks, right? Not fall for the same things we did before. We give ourselves grace, but we keep trying. We keep loving just as full and just as wholeheartedly, right? Unique says, just got out of an 8-year relationship. Ooh. Unique bundles. My name is Kim. Oh, okay, Unique. Awesome. Her name is Kim. Perfect. 8 years in and decided to go your separate ways. Was that hard? That sounds stressful. You know, you put a lot into getting to know somebody and investing in them and who they are, right? Duet King, nice to have you back. Rise and shine. Awesome. Nice to have you. Triumphant Tuesday. Taya, let's see. God got to show me he's the man for me. But how does that look? What does that look like? When you say God got to show me he's the man for me, will you notice it when God shows you? Right? Like, we ask God for a lot of stuff, but then do we notice it? Will it be the guy who's been going to service with us for the last 3 years, but we ignore him because we think he's not our type? Right? Would we notice? It was hard to let go. Kim says, I think you said your name was Kim, right? Yeah, Kim. It was hard to let go. I'm just getting over it. It's, of course, 8 years in is difficult. Duet King says it's never the other person's fault while the relationship did not work out. That's a kind of hard statement to just label out there, Duet King. It's never the other person's fault. Sometimes it is, I think. After 21 years of marriage, because everybody has to be willing to give and take, right? So if I'm constantly giving and all you're doing is taking, and I ask you to change in these areas just a little bit to help our flow of life, and you never want to change, it's kind of your fault, because I was working with you, right? But you stopped doing the work. It was both. Kim says it was his fault. Like, let's just make that clear. Thank you guys so much for joining and loving the live. Show some love as you pass through. Triumphant Tuesday to you. We're just doing some relationship talking, because sometimes you just need a village, somebody to talk to about your feelings and your thoughts, right? And we're also giving some facts about TikTok Live if you're interested in doing that. Duet King says my angle is a little different. Mark, good morning. So good to have you. We're just here chit-chatting about relationship. I've been married 21 years. Feel like I've learned a little bit, you know, so just here chatting with everybody and giving some facts about TikTok Live. Why is your angle different, Duet King? You saw the red flags and you chose to ignore them. No, I don't agree. A lot of times people ain't gonna show you their red flags in the beginning, right? And if Kim has been in it 8 years, we all grow and we all change. A wife and a husband in a marriage. This month, I might be a little different than I was last month, because I've been watching podcasts. I've been growing. I've been going to church more spiritually. Like, we change, right? So we got to kind of keep up with our partners. If we love them enough and we're invested enough, right? Duet King says, regardless, when the red flag shows up, you still chose to ignore them. Listen, you are firing this morning. Simmer down, sir. A lot of times we choose to help the person or show them how we feel and give them an opportunity to rise to the occasion, right? It's not just ignoring it. It's like when you're bad in school and your parents or your teacher tells you, don't do this or I'm a this, right? They let you know it's a problem, and then they give you a chance to fix it. They didn't immediately kick you out the class, right? That's kind of how I feel it. But marriage takes grace. So it doesn't mean be a punching bag or a rag that somebody can mishandle, but it takes grace, right? We give them opportunity. They give us opportunity to grow, right? Taya says, I was 9 years invested and he, oh no, take me with, that's a whole nother level. Wow, that's a whole nother level, Taya. So sorry. So sorry. Duet King says, this is why you have to put the person through 4 seasons before you make a major commitment. Duet King, you in these seasons of life. I love it. What are the 4 seasons we have to put people through before we make a major commitment? Because people don't even go 4 months nowadays before they get engaged and they want to be married. And I'm sure Taya didn't see any of that coming, right? Because we don't know what all people are really holding inside. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday to you guys. Have a blessed day as you pass through. Just show some love to the screen so we can get the word out to other people that we're just here having good conversation. We're just encouraging each other in relationship. And with TikTok here, if you're here for business, we're just encouraging one another. Share the word, share the live so people know we're here if they just want to chat with us, right? You're going to learn some nuggets about being married for 21 years, right? Duet King says, before they become your spouse, there are 2 steps they have to pass first. Duet King has 2 steps they have to pass first. Let me go back. Okay, what are those 2 steps? Y'all, good morning. Good to have you. Triumphant Tuesday to you. We're just doing some relationship chat if you just want to talk. And we're having some facts about going TikTok live. If you're nervous or you want to know some details and some tips and tricks that I've learned, stick with us. That's all we're doing this morning, right? Duet King, we're waiting on him to give us these 2 steps that they have to pass before you marry them. Good morning, Nikki. Triumphant Tuesday. Good to have you guys. We're just chatting about relationships and TikTok live this morning. Duet King says, first they must be your friend and then they become your boyfriend or girlfriend. Of course, right? Of course. But I think nowadays we step right into boyfriend, girlfriend. I give you my number and now we go together. I get to know you while we go together. I think that's kind of where this generation is. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday, guys. Make sure you show some love as you pass through. Have a beautiful week. We're discussing relationships and TikTok for business, if that's what you're interested in. Y'all says, the girl from church responded to me after taking your advice. Really? Really? And what did I say? Because we do a lot of chatting, so I like to be specific. What did we say? Good morning. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday. Arnold, Triumphant Tuesday. Have a blessed week. Have a great day. Drive safe as you guys are passing through. Show some love. Fodell, thank you so much for joining Triumphant Tuesday. We're just doing some relationship chat and giving some facts about going live on TikTok if you're here for business. And we got some great conversation going on. Things you should do before you marry somebody, right? How to maintain in a relationship when it gets hard. How quickly do you bow out? How do you handle hard things that happen? How do you rebound after going through such devastation? You take time to yourself, right? Yeah, we're talking about all that this morning. Bree95, good morning, Deidre. My first time seeing you live. Thanks for sharing your space. Thank you so much, Bree. You're welcome. I said I was going to do it, so we just got to jump out there and do it, right? No matter what happens. This situation changed this morning, so my scenery changed, period. Keep moving. Thank you so much, Bree. We're having some good conversation this morning about relationships. Taya says, I think you need to see a person when they're broke, and with money, it will teach you a lot. See them in different avenues of their life. I completely agree. That's like people who say, oh, we've been together for 2 years and we've never had an argument. We've never had a disagreement. No, not doing any connections this morning. Never had a disagreement. I don't think that's honest. I don't think that's true. I feel like if you haven't and it's been 2 years, you may need to really upset them just to see who they really are, because somebody's still giving you their representative. If it's been 2 years and you've never been in an argument or a disagreement. Y'all says, I trusted my own gut and did instead of listening to people who said I shouldn't. Okay. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday, everybody. Duet King says, falling in love does not take years to do. I agree. But does it happen with, I gave you my phone number? Like you said, Duet King, we got to be friends first. And then when you're friends with somebody, you get to know them. You get to see them in different settings. You get to see how they respond to things, right? Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you for pushing it out to other people, letting them know we're here, we're sharing it, just in case they want to come in and chat with us, right? Learn some nuggets about marriage, relationships, TikTok live for business, all that good stuff. Duet King says, never provoke a person to anger. Let it happen naturally. Of course. Of course. Of course. And if they happen to be a beautifully sweet person for a whole 2 years, they've agreed with everything you've said, you guys have never had a disagreement, and you're okay with that, that's fine. Sounds like peace and cotton candy. But I want to know what you honestly think. I want to make sure that you don't just leave me after 6 years because you never agreed or you were never really happy, right? So I just want to know that it's genuine. If you feel like it's genuine, then that's good. Cotton candy and roses. But I like to know what they're really thinking. I want your first initial response. I don't want you to have to think about it and give me what you want me to hear. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that yesterday too. Y'all says, is church a good place to find a significant other even though you're there for the word of God? Of course. Because hopefully that person will be like-minded. They're going towards the same purpose. They want peace of mind. They want routine. They want stability in their life, in their spiritual space. So yeah, I think so. But everybody in church, nobody's perfect, right? But we're all striving for the same goal of being good, being honest, being true, showing love. Be Unicorn, nice to have you. I don't believe there always have been an argument, but yes, a disagreement, of course. Because we're not twins. We ain't come out the same womb, right? We don't think the same. He should have an opinion different from mine sometimes. And you want to be with somebody that grows you in certain areas. So I may not be wise in all those areas, but if you are, then babe, I'm taking notes. Oh, okay. Is that how you do it? Okay, cool. You got to be willing to grow. Duet King says, I fell in love with the woman that I have in my life the first day I saw her. Wow. And she's been everything that you expected? We're building our friendship from loving each other. Okay. Love between me and her. Happy first, but we're still at the friend stage. Okay. Okay. I love it, Duet King. Duet King says, how do you know when you're in love with that person? That's a good question. I think you know you're in love with somebody when you genuinely care about what's important to them. You know how when you're out and you're dating, in my opinion. Triumphant Tuesday, everybody. Good to have you. Make sure you show some love to the screen as you pass it through so we can let other people know we're here and we're chatting, giving out some good nuggets about marriage, relationship, and TikTok for business if that's what you're here for. Good to have you. I think when we're out and we're dating, right? We're looking at, okay, he gonna take me to dinner, or okay, she gonna, what I'm gonna get after I feed her, what we gonna go to the movies, then but I think when it transitions and you love that person, it don't matter what you do. You just want to be in their presence. It don't matter if they're taking you shopping. It don't matter if you're going to what restaurant you're going to. We can go to Checkers. I just want to ride around with you. We can go to the mall and window shop. I just want to be in your presence. I think that for me, when you genuinely care about what that person wants more than you think about what you want, I think that solidifies when you love that person. Anybody else? Anybody else gonna answer? We're all here to chat, right? We're all here to find out, how do you move forward? How do you get past hurt? We're here to just, converse, find out how other people are doing it. Because a lot of times you can't tell the people who are closest to you because they'll repeat your business to everybody in the family, right? So sometimes spaces like this are safer for you to hear other people's opinions. Find out what rule books are they reading from to get them through in life. Everybody's experienced heartbreak, right? Elder Hill, Debo, nice to have you. Triumphant Tuesday. We're just giving some TikTok facts about business and relationship. We're chatting it up this morning. Duet King says, you can care for a person deeply, but you're not in love with them. care for them deeply and not in love with them. It sounds like you need to give me your description of what in love with them means. Don't forget, we got goals up here, guys. We got subscriptions. They give you behind the scenes, all that good stuff. The algorithm loves when you reach your goals. It pushes it out, you know, to get more people up in here for our conversation. So don't forget to like, share, and help us reach our goals so we can get to more people. Let's see. Maybe Megan. I've definitely experienced it in it now. Heartbreak. It comes for all of us. It comes for all of us. And how are you going to step out of it, right? Like, what's your next step? At some point, we got to like rest in it. And then we figure out, okay, how do I move forward? I can't keep feeling like this, right? I can't get stuck in this place. My opinion. So my next step, sometimes when I'm heartbroken, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get my body right and I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready for the next one. It's all in mindset, right? Do I want to sit here and be sad, or do I want to, what's my next step? I've rationalized, I've felt my feelings, and now I'm done. So what phase? Are you still in like feeling your feelings, or what phase are you in? Maybe Megan says, I'm doing no contract because I love him and I want him to realize at his own merit. I like that. Timothy, good to have you. Good to have you. Triumphant Tuesday, guys. We're doing some relationship chat and some TikTok business talk. Let's see. I like that, Megan. Sometimes you just got to pull back. Divine Praise Dancers, brand new here. Nice to have you guys. Nice to have you. I'm talking in general because you're like a group. Crazy. Good morning, Jen Bautista. First time in the room. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. We're just here chatting about some relationship chat and some TikTok business. Sometimes you got to pull back, though. Megan, just like you said, let a person miss you. Teach a person how to treat you. I'm 36. I'm tired. It's been 3 M's. What are the M's? Megan. Duet King says, when you're building a cake with someone, you're seeding ingredients they're putting in is wrong. Oh, when you're building a cake with someone and you're seeing the ingredients they're putting in is wrong. If you choose not to stop that ingredient, it's your fault. Duet King. Okay. I think this room may be over our heads. Why, Divine Praise? Why? If that person is willing to learn how to treat you, that's the only way you can teach. Right. But when you see them putting in the wrong ingredients and you see them starting to change, that's when you speak up and you're vocal, because you feel safe enough in your relationship to say, hey, babe, I don't really like this. Can you try it this way? Or it really kind of hurt my feelings when you said you should feel open enough to do that, right? You don't just kick them out the kitchen or leave the relationship immediately. And that's not necessarily a red flag immediately just because they did something opposite of what you would do, right? It's just having grace. Thank you so much for checking out the room. Yes, we're having good conversation. I'm building a village for people who just need to talk. You know, sometimes you can't trust the people closest to you with stuff that's really important to you. So you just want to, a little veil. You talk to somebody on social media, right? Awesome. Thank you so much. We are still in middle school, Divine Praise Dancers. Listen, 21 years of marriage. I feel like my marriage is drinking age, and I feel like it has gone through enough to deserve a drink, right? I feel like my marriage is a little grown. Oh, okay. Doesn't connect back. This room, oh, okay. That's completely your opinion, right? But we having some good conversation. We was talking yesterday about your opinion, right? But we having some good conversation. We was talking yesterday about leave as soon as they disagree. We got to give them opportunity. We got to be honest. Chance. We have some people in the room this morning who have been through, right? And we're trying to figure out how to get through. So just encouraging each other. Figure out the next step. What's the next step? How long do we stay sad, you know? Awesome. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you for including and in the conversation, all of that. Megan says, I love too. Black love enthusiast, just staying prayed up. Yeah, of course. And that's all you can do is encourage yourself, stay motivated. Don't get blinders on because of that one situation that trapped us in that moment and that feeling, right? We still got to show up happy. We got to show up ready to receive what's next. That's all we're doing, encouraging each other. Patricia, good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Show some love as you pass through. Let other people know we're here and we're chatting if they want to talk. We're just talking through this morning. TikTok Live, if you're interested, let me know. I can give you some facts about that. And remember, I'm not a therapist, so don't come for a fix, right? We're just chatting. I'm just your village in case you need somebody to chat with. 21 years of marriage, me and my husband have been through, like everybody else, right? It's not easy, and that's what makes it worth it. When you go through the thick with people and you realize who they are, and then you see the beauty of them wanting to change for you, that's a whole different story. Good morning, The Only Sense. Good morning. Show some love as you're passing through. Triumphant Tuesday to you. We're just doing some chatting about relationships. Queen Sandra, good to have you. Good morning. Triumphant Tuesday. And Duet King, you never told me what is your description of love. The difference between when you like and when you love. What changes for you when you love someone? Oh, Lord. Jen Batista says, oh, Lord, TikTok Live. I've done that only 2 times. I think I prefer making the videos of sharing my story. It is a little more comfort in just posting a video. Definitely. But you reach a lot of people when you scrolling past their For You page, right? So if I'm trying to encourage relationship strength and communication, Joey, so nice to have you. Triumphant Tuesday. Make sure you show some love to the screen as we're chatting, so that way we can keep pushing it out to more people. Make sure you're paying attention to the goals at the top. When we reach the goals at the top, it pushes us out to more people. Just being mindful of how to get the word out, that good conversation can be had, right? Conversation that encourages us can be had on social media. So that's why I like live, because it gives you the chance to come across more people. Thank you so much for the follow, Positive Vibes. Good to have you. We're just here chatting it up. Dylan, nice to have you. Triumphant Tuesday. Just a little relationship chat, facts about TikTok Live or business, whatever you need. We're just here chatting this morning. Had some great conversation yesterday. Had some folks swing back through this morning. John Batista, but there's nothing wrong with choosing this type of platform of connecting with others. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. If people want to chat, they'll find it, and it'll be for the people who need it, right? If you just sitting somewhere in your house and you just needed a conversation, the right people will fall in. The wrong people will fall out. That's a word. Glorious Rising. Thank you so much for being here. Fidel, good morning. Fidel, I am from Florida. I am. Been married 21 years. Been with my husband since high school. Since high school. So that's why I like to chat. I want to know your experiences. I want to hear what you've been through, right? As I've been in these marriage networks, and we have best friends, and we have marriage chat communities, and you go to social groups at church and you just hear people's stories. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I appreciate you so much for being here. Got you back. Thank you so much for the support. Genuine people who will show up, right? Genuine people who don't mind showing their support. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Good morning from the boot. Let's see. Jen Batista says, so if someone feels like this page doesn't connect back, then maybe it isn't for you and no follow. Sure. Great. Yep. Move on. There are so many billions of people on TikTok and other apps that we can talk to and we can network with. Whoever's meant for me will stay and will vibe. You know what I mean? Love and relationship goals. Thank you. My kids say the same thing. And we got 4 teenagers that are grown now, basically. Our youngest is like 16. So she always says, I want my first love to be my forever love. It's like, babe, it ain't easy. It takes 2 people who are willing, 2 people who are very willing to grow together. Duet King says, love is a vibration you feel that's impossible to shake off. I will agree. I will agree. Thank you so much for the likes and the love. Thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for supporting in conversation, growing each other, encouraging each other. Some people on here have been through, right? So we're just looking for that boost to go to the next step. What's the next step? Is it a dating app? What's the next step? Is it going to a service or church more? What's the next step? How do we get out of that in between from one relationship and the sadness and then ready for the next one? What are we doing in between? Are we working out more? Are we meditating more? What are we doing in between that space, right? Kathleen says, I've been married 4 times, 8 kids. My best man is my present. Come on. I wish I could have skipped the first. Look, my best man is my present. We can't be afraid to go back out there and try again. Can't be afraid. It seems terrifying to me. But can't be afraid. John Baptiste, thank you so much for joining the team. I appreciate you. And another thing for those who are on TikTok for business, when you join somebody's team, it's actually beneficial to you as well, because as they go up in levels, you go up in levels if you're following your badges and your goals and all that stuff on TikTok. Gaining points, getting you more exposure for your page as well. So that's really important to join somebody's team of the day. And you do that daily. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you for the flowers, for the support, for the conversation. Let's see. 8 kids. How old are your kids, Kathleen? Duet King says your heart is like a washing machine full of clothes. Very true. Very true. And sometimes it get a little blurred by some of the situations that's in there with it, right? Kathleen, I'm 65. Been married to my present 6 years, only 8 months engaged. Okay, awesome. At 65. And you got 30-year-olds out here that go through one bad relationship and they think it's over. 40-year-olds that think, oh my gosh, I was in that marriage for 7 years or 6 years. And now I might as well just wear flip-flops and shorts every day because I'm never going to find nobody. No, the next step is put on your sundress because you know that's what they're looking for. Put on your little low kitten heels because you know that's what they're looking for, right? To show yourself open and friendly and ready for new relationship, I would think, in my opinion, right? John Baptiste, you guys are literally real life goals. Love the open blinds for us to learn from. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Duet King says, I don't want this life to end. I enjoy it so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I said I was going to go live every day this week. Circumstance changed this morning, so my background changed. But whatever, we still here. We chatting, right? Oh, my goodness. Kathleen, that's the age of your kids. Awesome, honey. So you giving lots of wisdom to these adults. Yeah, you feeding full of wisdom. John Baptiste, I'm 33. Been with my husband since 18. Best partner ever with his flaws. With flaws and all. Except me, flaws and all. Don't know why you love me. Listen. That is love, right? Because you see his flaws, but you see where he rises to the occasion in the areas you need him to, right? Love it. Yes, I did see your kids' ages. They're grown. So you're definitely encouraging Jim Baptiste. You're teaching them some stuff. I love your background. It's nice and calm. I wish the lights was on. Oh yeah, I guess I could turn those on. Thank you. I'm usually in a different setup. Came down to my living room this morning. Gotta go to work. I'll be back. Thank you so much, Kathleen, for joining us. Great conversation. Thank you guys. And I wish you all the best in your relationships. So glad you found the one. Awesome. Jen Betsy, she has voice. I do a little something. Chill Will, good to have you. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Thank you for the follow. We're just having some good relationship chat. Some facts about TikTok Live. If you're here for business, I can teach you what I've learned. And that's all we're doing, encouraging each other. Duet King says, never use a man's flaws against him. He will resent you for that. Absolute facts. Gotta leave that up there for a little while. Gotta pin that. Chill Will says, we need to normalize cute girls eating lunch on live. What? Okay, that's maybe that turns people on, and that will get you a solid relationship. Young flavor Teddy 901. I definitely was gonna ask you about something in my relationship. Go ahead and ask. Jim Batista, I set my notifications for you. I love this room already when I know I. Oh, thank you so much, Jim Batista. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just here to share some stuff I've learned over the years in marriage, right? It's give and take. We got to talk soft. We got to receive and be willing to change a little bit. Your GF favorite says, I really just don't know how to move. How to move in what aspect? Duet King, am I currently writing a book? I see that in your future. I don't think so. But I do love this space and being able to share my story and encourage other people, because sometimes people be going through some heavy stuff and they think they're the only one, and you're not. So many people are going through it, but they won't share that with you. Make sure we're showing love. Make sure we're liking the screen. Make sure we're sharing the post, so that way more people know we're here and we're just chatting. We're just being a village for people who just need a village, right? John Baptista says, that's exactly what I try to explain to a lot of individuals. You have to accept them. Yeah. Just like they have to accept us, period. I request to come up. It's a lot to text. Oh, I didn't think about that. I haven't really, jumped into getting on with people. Because, when you're on live, you got to know certain things you can and can't say, right? But I'm going to think that through. Yeah. I'm going to think that through about inviting people on to chat. But, there's a lot of people in the world that you don't really know what their intentions are. So as we get to know each other, maybe we can branch into that space. But in the meantime, I don't mind reading. If you just want to, we'll catch up when you give us what you have to say. Juicy in the building. Sister. She's a beauty. Y'all, she's amazing nail tech. She got some good stuff going on. She posts some hilarious videos too. I've been in a couple of her skits. We're out here just having great conversation about relationships, giving some TikTok Live business info that I've learned as well, if that's what you're here for. But we're having some great relationship conversation. Oh, yeah, I promise I won't take long. And I'm a therapist, full-time life. Oh, that is so awesome. Good to have you, man. That is awesome. Let me pin that. Awesome. Let's see. Let's read your bio. Your GF favorited. It's so hard to read it though. Like, I don't know what to call you, but it says Teddy LaFleur. Okay. 6'4", 345, lead clinical counselor, podcast, Memphis. Ooh, you podcast too. Big male influencer. Awesome. Of course, I connected back. Awesome. Somebody like that you want to get good information from. Duet King, what is your favorite quote for marriage? It takes two. Because I mean that in every aspect, right? Because even in house chores, in work and business in your marriage and raising your kids, burnout is real. I just did a reel about that a couple days ago. It takes two. I mean that in every aspect. Infidelity. It takes two to get past that. Heartbreak. And when you offend your partner, it takes two to get past that. Because I got to see that you genuinely are remorseful. But I have to genuinely forget if I say I forgive you. I have to genuinely move past it and not bring it up. So there's a lot of areas of marriage it takes two. Duet King, I want to be the first person who joins you live when you're ready. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for the hearts, for the love, for the great conversation. Thank you for helping us reach our goals this morning. That helps boost us out to the algorithm to let more people know we're here. John Baptiste, yes, it does. Takes two. I'm showing figuratively tired, but in a positive way. Stay at home mom, physically tired, but in a positive way. Okay. I get that. Because when you do the most, then you start to resent your partner too, though, right? Because you're like, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for the love, guys. Thank you for helping us reach our goals this morning so that we get out to more people. Thank you so much for conversating with me. Thank you so much for spending time in the room with me. We don't want to resent our partners because we're doing everything and we're not telling them that we're tired of it. Jen, I'm sorry, reading these screens before they pass. I've been calling you Jen. I might have said John, though. Duet King says, when my companion sees my feet, if she's still in love with me, listen. Right. Flaws and all. Listen. And if she loves you in a soft kind of way, she'll bring out a bucket and give you a little pedicure. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're comfortable with that, maybe she'll take you to the salon and y'all can have pedicure days together, right? I can fix them toes. Juicy says she's a great nail tech. She can do it all. Thank you guys so much for swinging through. Triumphant Tuesday to you. Show some love as you pass through. We're just having some good relationship talk. We're just encouraging each other. Just here to see how other people live in life. Do y'all have a cheat sheet? Because sometimes people's lives look so beautiful, you think they got a cheat sheet and they know what they're doing. But trust me, we're all figuring it out. We're all figuring it out. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you guys so much for contributing. I said I was going to do this every morning this week. So just doing it. Stepping out there. Meeting new people, encouraging new people, making great connections, guys. Everybody in the room has been genuine. If you're looking for people who will support, just make some connections in the room while you're here. Duet King says, how do you deal with your spouse's toxic behavior? With grace. And you can't really say toxic lightly. Excuse me. You can't really say toxic lightly because toxic can be heavy. So what is your toxic? Because toxic can be you lazy. Like my level of toxic is you're giving no effort towards wanting to learn how to manage our finances better. That's toxic to me. You're giving no energy towards wanting to parent our children better. But toxic to some people is abusive, is, physical, is constant infidelity, because these are deal breakers, right? So how do you deal with your spouse's toxic behavior? I address it. Have hard conversations. Yesterday we were talking about, thank you so much for the follow, guys. Thank you for the likes and the love. Thank you for engaging in conversation with me. Thank you for sharing out the live. Yesterday we talked about, I like to go to a restaurant to have hard conversations because it forces us to behave a certain way and be a little more slow to speak. Because sometimes you get hot-headed and everybody's doing this and nobody's listening. We've heard that before, but yet we all still do it in our houses. So when a hard conversation needs to be had about a trigger, a toxic behavior, sometimes go to a restaurant and be very honest about how you feel. Babe, it discourages me that you don't want to grow and be better in our finances, or you don't want to, research and find out how we could build a pergola in the backyard, like stuff like that. You just got to be honest in how and say it softly, right? Toxic behavior to me, Duet King says, is when you ignore my love language. Okay. That is very important. That is very important. And the fact that you labeled it toxic says that that is a serious deal breaker for you. Ignore your love language. But that's serious. That's something that affects us on a daily. That's something that affects us all day. Because if your love language is not being met, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like I would be sad to an extent in my daily flow because I'm unfulfilled in such a serious way in my life. So would I call that a toxic behavior? I probably might, because you're not willing to change. And I'm telling you what I need. You see what I need. If I've voiced it. If you haven't voiced it, then that's different. Let's see. Jen, looking forward to entering the room more. So glad I caught you. I followed you for... Oh, thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much. I love having good conversation with good people. Going to get myself set up for the day. Awesome. I got to do the same thing because, you know, we still got to pay regular bills. 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm finna shut it down too in a little while. Thank you so much for the gifts, and thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Duet King, my love language is food and touch. That sounds very familiar. Definitely. Ron Fame, good to have you. We're just having some good conversation about relationships and TikTok Live and business. If you just want to chat, just here to be a village for those who want to, you know, talk about some stuff that you can't really confide in the people that you're closest to because it might get repeated. Just here to be a village for some folks who want to talk about relationship. Good morning, Ron. We're about to wrap it up this morning, but so glad you joined us. Make sure you try to catch me next time. We're having some good conversation. We're encouraging each other. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got to make y'all feel like, you know, you part of the conversation, like we sitting on the couch, like we chilling together. Because you know how when the conversation get good, we, you know, so I like to try to encourage you guys and make you feel connected. Because I'm enjoying it. I appreciate you talking back to me. Good morning, Mama Hacks. Good morning. Good to have you. We're having some relationship conversation. And if you're interested in TikTok for business, I can give you some ideas about that. We're about to wrap it up for this morning, though. Duet King, before you leave, give us some wisdom and advice. Listen, I said I would be your village if you want to talk. But wisdom and advice is what we've been doing the whole time, right? In marriage and relationship, it takes two. You know the old school church, if you're a part of church, old school church says, oh, you pray about it, pray about it. You can pray about it, but if your spouse or your partner genuinely is not showing you that they're interested in anything that is important to you, you can't do it by yourself. It takes two. If they're not showing any effort, sometimes enough is enough, right? We can't risk our mental health because we're giving too much grace. As long as that person is showing effort, I'm here for it. 21 years of marriage, that's what it is. It's grace. It's being willing to love somebody through their hard times and while they grow. Jen says, yes, I enjoy this. Hubby and I have been planning a podcast and relationships on mental health. Listen, and I will be right there. I love it. That stuff, love it. I went to school for mental health. Love it. So hopefully we can connect sooner in the future. Yes, Jen, please. And if you go live or you do your post, make sure you like tag me. I think it's set to where you can like at me so I can pay more attention when you do something. Mama Hacks. Let's see. Awesome. We definitely will. Don't acknowledge anything you say. Who is that? Mama Hacks, you saying your spouse or your... doesn't acknowledge anything you say? Duet King says, I have bipolar moments, and she knows. That is beautiful. How to deal with it, right? Not trigger it, but deal with it. That's beautiful. Jen, okay, sounds good. I'm still getting the hang of TikTok. Okay, awesome. And don't forget, if you're nervous about going live, when you click that live button, it doesn't automatically go live. You can do practice mode. So you can sit and look at yourself like this, and you can play with the settings in the bottom like that. You can play with this one here. Let me see. Look. Wow! You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit and play with stuff in TikTok Live, but practice mode. So make sure you try that out. Duet King says, How do you tell your spouse what you like in the bedroom without controlling them? I think that's honest conversation in the moment. You know, after the moment when you're feeling amazing. I think that's easy conversation to have right then. Or pull up something like a video or something. Just be like, have you ever thought about this? It's all about timing, right? So in those intimate, relaxing moments, that's when you bring it up. I think any relationship, you should be comfortable enough to give them advice or tell them what you kind of would like to try. 21 years of marriage, conversations have been had. But for other people who are new in relationships, you got to feel it out. You got to know the right time, right? You got to know the temperament of that person, right? Okay, guys, I got to go. We all got to live real life, right? Outside of good conversation. I'm telling you, I could do this all day. All day. Sean, good to have you. We're headed out this morning, but join us next time. We had great conversation about relationship. Been married 21 years. Just kind of talking to you guys, you know, being a village for those people who just want to talk. Jen, see you later. Have a great day, guys. We'll be back again. And if you guys have any more questions about TikTok Live or TikTok for Business, make sure you ask as well next time you come in the room, and I'll give you some of the stuff that I've learned and the next levels that we have to reach. Thank you guys so much for trying to help me reach the goals this morning, so that we can push out to more people. That helps the algorithm as well. Thank you guys for liking and sharing. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a beautiful, triumphant Tuesday. All right, and a great week. See you guys.